Hello all, DrunkenGamer here, and it is the 14th of November. Bloody hell, we're 2 weeks in to Movember. I'm still doing almost daily videos. It's been good this week. I'm not going to jinx it by saying it has been daily, because it hasn't. My moustache is, well, it's very clearly a moustache now. It's also very clearly on my fucking passport photo, but that's besides the point. Today's beer is County Carlow Irish Stout. Still going through the shit that I got from Marks and Spencer's, and I have to say Marks and Spencer's is very much living up to its reputation of the higher quality food store, because all of these have been very, very good. I'm actually tempted to go back and get another set, but I can't, because I am trying to increase the number of ales I drink, so I've got a list, and I'm trying not to buy anything that's already on the list. I'll put the list in the comments, in the subject below, so that you can see which beers I've tried so far, and I don't have any predictions of what's going next. But anyway, it's time for talking about random shite, and today I've actually picked out some specific random shite to talk about. The first is, I don't want to be old. I'm sorry. I had a package arrive at work today, and some people laughed a little at what came out of it, because they saw it as slightly childish, and quite frankly, fuck them. I bought myself the Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar for this year, and some people thought it was a bit childish to buy a Lego Advent Calendar when you're 30 years old. I couldn't care less. I'm going to enjoy having little Lego figures to play with every day for the entire of December. I can't stand Christmas, but that's one thing I'll take joy out of. And if I ever get to the age where I'm not buying and playing with Lego, then anybody that watches this video has permission to come round and put me out of my misery. There's too much fun to be had. There's age recommendations on there. There's no age restrictions. The moment you stop enjoying toys, the moment you stop trying to enjoy yourself, it's the moment you've given up. So why bother? I mean, I've got a sonic screwdriver here. It's on my desk. It lives there. And what's more is, I bought it because I wasn't amazed by the fact that it was a sonic screwdriver, although it does light up and make noise. No, it's the fact that when you split it in half, shake it like this, it is actually a proper screwdriver. I've got a sonic screwdriver that can actually do things, and that just makes me so peaceful and happy. But anyway, go on to some gaming news, because there's been some interesting stories pop up that I just want to make sure I actually discuss before the podcast, because we should be recording a podcast tomorrow. The PS4. Now, a while back, if you listened to the podcast a fortnight ago, Sony announced that their PS4 would not support MP3 and DLNA. Now, this caused a few people to be up in arms, and I wasn't up in arms, but I was mildly annoyed by it. I mean, MP3s are useful. I've never really used that functionality on my PS3, but DLNA I have, because I do watch videos that aren't in default streaming formats, that don't have default codecs, and probably never will, because MKV is a very specific format. And generally, even if they do support the format, they don't support the subtitle track, because it's generally anime I'm trying to watch. Anyway, the directors have gone, well, the president of Sony America has gone away, talked to his development team, and said, guys, they're kicking off again. And the development team have said, leave it with us. We'll have it, but we'll have it ready shortly after launch. So basically, we are getting the MP3 support. We are getting the DLNA. No word as to whether or not we'll get audio CD support, but that was a wasted feature anyway. Anybody who put music CDs into their PS4, what the fuck are you playing at? Look, by the time this video goes online, there'll be people in America that have theirs. Because tomorrow, or tonight, is it tonight? Yeah. Right now is the run-up to the American launch. So, any Americans that watch this, what are you doing? Why aren't you playing your PS4? Moving on from that, two things from Warner Brothers. Good guy Warner Brothers and bad guy Warner Brothers. Good guy Warner Brothers, the humble Warner Brother bundle that's giving away games for their charity has added new stuff. Generally happens with most bundles that new stuff gets added, but the stuff they've added this time is the original Fear, Gotham City Imposters stuff, Mortal Kombat Collection, Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection, a bonus pack for Lord of the Rings Online, Guardians of Middle-earth, and a skin pack for Arkham Origins. Fairly reasonable. It was worth the price, well above the average price for what was originally in there. This just takes it to that next step. Mortal Kombat, always fun. But at the same time, I'm not sure if this is bad guy Warner Brothers or just what the fuck are you thinking, Warner Brothers? They have bought the rights and are seriously working towards a Temple Run film. Yes, that is what I just said. Temple Run. The shitty little auto runner on your iPhone, and they want to make a film out of it. I'm sorry, but what? That film exists. It's called Indiana Jones. It died a death because they tried to milk it. You're trying to milk a game on a mobile phone. The next thing there'll be a fucking Farmville. I want in on that one. I want producer rights. Now, there isn't a story there. You have a couple of characters that run from some kind of giant shadow demon monkey thing, and you have to jump. How can they make a full feature-length film out of this? It boggles the mind. If you've got any ideas as to how they can do it, put them in the comments below, because I'd love to hear it. I would. And the last one is, well, the last two are Nintendo stories. Now, I have been very plain about my opinion of Mario Galaxy. It is the best Mario game. It is the best game on the Wii, and is pretty much, in my opinion, one of, if not the best game of the last generation. And it's been a bit baffling to me that there hasn't been a new version of it for the Wii U. It should have been there. It really should. Not another Mario Brothers. You want to show off the power of your new console. You don't release the game that looks the same as on your handheld console. You release the updated version of the game that made you think the Wii U actually had some grunt behind. The Wii had some grunt behind it. It seems that Nintendo are catching up, and they have. Miyamoto has said that a new Mario Galaxy is not necessarily off the cards, which in Miyamoto speak is we're probably working on one. And I couldn't be happier, because we need a Galaxy. It's it's just such a wonderful platforming technique that's so different, and I want it. I want another Mario Galaxy. That's all there is to it. Mario 3D Land can go fuck itself. I don't care if you can play Rosalina from Galaxy 1, and I don't care if you can be a cat. I want to be able to throw myself off the planet and loop the entire way around the fucking thing. The other thing is, not from Nintendo itself, that this is actually, it's not that surprising to me. Sony's director has said that they want the Wii U to succeed. They need the Wii U to succeed. And they're a bit concerned about how it's going, but they think Nintendo have got a long-term plan. And it is interesting to see that the other players in the big three are admitting this, because the reason the Wii U needs to succeed for Sony and Microsoft, or even though they haven't admitted it, is because Nintendo are the friendly company. Nintendo are the family company. If you're going, we need the next generation of gamers to be gamers. We need the next generation of gamers to have the console that they can have. That's the Wii, it's the Wii U, and that's all there is to it. Nobody buys a PlayStation or an Xbox for their 10, 11-year-old. Well, they shouldn't, but they do. But they buy the Nintendo console because it's kid safe. And that's where people have their formative gaming experiences, and that's where they become gamers. And eventually they will progress onto the more adult consoles. And Sony acknowledge this, and they're concerned about Nintendo faltering a bit, because in the past there was just Nintendo. Now we've got this open playing field in the tablet marketplace, because there's a lot of kid-friendly stuff on there, and they're a lot easier to deal with. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. I think I hope Nintendo's fortunes are going to change in the next few months as more and more of their key titles start to see release. What they were doing releasing without some of them is beyond me, but that's all there is to it. But anyway, it's been good 10 minutes now, so I should probably stop rambling. This is very good beer. I'll try and do one of these videos tomorrow, but it may be very, very quick to make time to do the podcast. And Saturday there may be a out and about video, because it is Platform 2013 here in Hull. Platform is our local gaming convention that happens around the city, and I will be heading around town to see if I can catch up with anybody I know, and just generally see what's going on. I'll try and take the camera and get some footage, but I haven't had permission to do that yet, so I'm hoping the organiser can get back to me before Saturday to give me permission to use the camera. If not, I might use it anyway and risk getting my wrist slapped. But anyway, see ya.